Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone of Rubel. I'm not a member of Great Millstone, yet I've entered into their labors. Peace, mercy, and blessings to the sincere brothers and sisters doing this, wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. This is another quick one. Got a couple precepts for you. Write them down, keep them, put them in your arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Had that for you so you locked and ready to go. So this video, yes, yet again, TikTok. I really don't. I don't really know what to say, and it's not even a terrible thing. This is just to let brothers know, man, like what a proper spirit we should be in, because I understand. Matter of fact, you see the scriptures that they already have. They have Isaiah 14:21. They have Habakkuk 2:12. They have Numbers 35 and 33, which are great, wonderful, lovely scriptures. But I'm going to let this video play, and then we'll go into the ones that we need to go into really quick.
You know this land was stolen from us, God gon' get it back in blood. Jeremiah 51:20, I'm loading up these slugs. Every time a cracker kill us, they sweep it under the rug. We them Israelites and some of us was crippin', some was blood. I ain't tryna glorify it, that's just simply what it was. I've been going through it ever since I was a jitterbug. Grew up on Section 8 EBTs while crackers oppressing us. We running down on each other like why we do they job for them. Then we locked up looking at them for help, niggas looking dumb. Brothers numb to the pain on all these pharmaceutical drugs. We gon' get it back in blood, yeah, how wish I come in and clutch. I pray Putin press the button even if I turn to dust. Pray before I go to sleep, Glizzy right next to the bed. I know angels watch over me, but still got one in the head. Ain't no other way to say it, feel like Daniel in the den. I'm cool with lions, gorillas, but not no snake, man, that shit dead. Death to America, God gon' get it back in blood. Jeremiah 51:20, I'm loading up this drum. Holy dove, I'm from the slums, can't help this shit is.
All right, so he said Jeremiah 51:20. He said the angels are watching him, but he still, has his gun. So the spirit that we ought to be in is not trusting in these in Esau's blessing. Now, do you have a gun? Cool. If you carry it, whatever. But just know that your protection comes from faith in Yahweh Yahweh Shai. He said Yahweh Shai, so he knows the name. I believe he's in Florida. I know there are camps out there. I know for a fact there are a couple camps out there, and that's probably where they heard it from. But they're still in that spirit of the world. Like you're mixing the holy and the profane, and that's not something that Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is going to smile on. But the one thing I agree with is that warrior spirit that Buddy had when he was like, I pray Putin push the button even if I turn into dust. I understand that. And I don't know these dudes at all. This is just something I wanted to grab because this is not the spirit we ought to be in. And we know what E will do with this. And you look like you're in the world. So he's going to link the truth to this worldly movement that they got where they want to rap and mix the truth with rap music. Okay. And again, there's nothing wrong with expressing yourself. But if you're going to preach the doctrine, just preach it and do your, do your little rap or whatever, however you want to do it separately. But let's get hold on, I'm getting all these notifications. All right, let's deal with Isaiah 14 real quick. We'll do Isaiah 14 on this one. But we already got Jeremiah 51:20 up. So, okay, it says, thou art my battle axe and weapon of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee I will destroy kingdoms. Now, the thing is, that is Yahweh saying that is on his time. That's when he moves on his time, and he uses us. It is not through our own strength. We are simply tools in this thing, whether we are preaching or when it's time for the spiritual power to come and it's to, search out those elites out of those mountains, those clefts of the rock that they're hiding under after this nuclear destruction. Whatever it is, you are a tool of Yahweh Yahweh Shai, to further his gospel. We play roles in movies. All right. It is not of our own strength or our own volition or our own free will. All right. So what was it? Isaiah 14 and 21. So let's go to Isaiah, and then we're going to get we're gonna skim through most of the chapter because we need to provide some context, because a lot of this video sounds like confusion. It's, I trust and I love the Lord and I know I'm an Israelite, yet I'm still gonna hold on to basically nigga ways. So you have to come out of that, man, all the way out. And your trust should be in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And I mean, if it was according to the truth, if you want to rap according to the truth, he would have specified that. Okay. Because remember, we're not supposed to do things that cause the ministry to be blamed. And where's Isaiah? God dog. I'm talking and trying to find him. I'm sorry. Hold on. Here we go. Isaiah 14. So yeah, we don't want the ministry to be blamed for the things that we do in the flesh. And because we know E's MO is to point the finger and play the victim. See, they want to kill us and kill our children and blah, 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 blah. And that's just all the reason for him to bring that hammer. Now, he's going to do it anyway. But why would you hand your thief, why would you hand the man that's going to rob you, why would you hand him a gun? If he brought his own gun, you can't really do much about that, right? You're blameless. But at this point, you're literally handing him the gun and telling him to rob you. So Isaiah 14:21. I got a lot highlighted here. All right, prepare slaughter for his children, right? So this is let's read it. For the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities, right? So this is going to be towards the end. Once they clean up their mess, after that 1,000-year period, and also the mother of the 7 sons in the book of Maccabees, was telling him, or one of the sons was saying that they will have no resurrection to life, and that is because they will be completely wiped out. But the way the video is portrayed, the way the music is portrayed, and the way the lyrics are put, it makes it seem like we are going to do this on our own. Like we are going to present our own salvation, right? And that's just not the message that should be presented. So let's read the first verse, all right? For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. You see that? It is through his mercy that we are going to come back into our land, that this devil or our oppressor will be done away with. It is through him. Okay? And I will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, right? So we'll go down to verse 5. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the ruler. You see, it is all through him, and we want to be careful not to portray a message of moving with our own strength or adding this truth to what we're already doing. Your job or our job is to mold our life around this truth, not the other way around, not to get it in where it fits in. Okay, we are not to be worldly and look worldly and act worldly when we deal with this truth. So we'll go, let's read up. So 21 was the point. We can read 20, and 22 and 23. Okay, thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of the evildoer shall never be renowned. All right, and we read 21. Okay, for I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts. And that is, Yahweh of armies. He said he will do it. Right? And if he makes us, one of us or some of us, his battle axe, is because he put the spirit on it. I keep stressing the point that it is not of our own will. It is not of our own strength. And we are not going to do it with conventional means such as guns and that's Esau's blessing. How foolish do you look putting scriptures of overcoming, but overcoming with Esau's blessing? We were given a different blessing. All right. Cut off from Babylon, the name and remnant of son and nephew. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's cool on that. And then I also saw that he had calm down. They had Habakkuk 2 and 12 on there. So we'll go to that. Woe to him that built a town with blood and established a city with iniquity. And of course, and that is what they have done. That is true. The only thing I'm saying, and I'm just going to keep saying it, I'm going to sound like a broken record. Make sure you are once you find out who you are, you have a responsibility. You have a responsibility to portray this truth in a perfect light, the way Yahweh Shai wanted it, in balance. And then you have to walk a certain way. You put off that old man. You are no longer who you were in the world. And two, but most importantly, your job is to fear, know the name, fear the name, be obedient, try to follow your law, statutes, and commandments, and everything else will follow. You won't do certain things. When the Holy Spirit is on you, you will make that change. You won't look the same. You won't act the same. You won't seem the same to anyone. They will notice that change in you. All right? Because there's a difference between the Israel of God and then the 2/3, right? According to Zechariah the 13th chapter in the 8th verse, where that 2/3 will cut off. And this is very well maybe a means that the Lord uses, for Esau and Jake to be cut off this way, because they're portraying themselves in a matter of this in that hip hop culture. And Esau came up with that. We made it popular, but that thug culture is not us. That is them. Esau's the international thug. The things that we do in the streets, they do around the world to everybody. And we do it to each other, as he said in a piece of his lyrics, right? So let's run through it one more time. Did you see the dude with the regular t-shirt and the fringes on?
You know this land was stolen from us, God gon' get it back in blood. Jeremiah 51:20, I'm loading up these slugs. Every time a crack.
So you saw Buddy in the orange shirt with the fringes, right? And then you got the flag in the what is it? I believe that's Puerto Rican flag. Yeah, you got the Puerto Rican flag, but those are the names of those who conquered you. Now, so-called Puerto Ricans came up with their own flag, but you under the guise of those that conquered you. So you put off everything of this world. None of that has anything to do with you. You put off that in the world. Now, if you want to have your flag hanging from your roof or whatever, hanging from your little rear view or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. But the only thing is, we don't marry the world and the truth. All right, so I said about, let's get Ezekiel 22. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 22, because I keep saying separation between the holy and the profane, right? So we'll go down to verse 20. Yeah, 26. Okay, her priests have violated my law and have profaned mine holy things. They have put no difference between the holy and the profane, neither have they showed the difference between the unclean and the clean, and have hid their eyes from my Sabbath, and I am profaned among them. And to be profane is something that's outside of the temple. So you had to conduct yourself in a certain way. You couldn't go to the veil of veils, that was for the Levites, but you were to conduct yourself a certain way. You're supposed to be clean. You couldn't have touched no dead body. There were things within the law that you could not have done if you were, if you wanted to come to the Lord, or if you wanted to deal with the Levites for them to go directly with the Lord type stuff like that. All right. So to be profane in this instance is to do things that are not according or that are contrary to the law. So you profaned yourself by eating unclean foods. You profaned yourself. Like I would be profane. I would be put out. I have tattoos. I have profaned myself. Luckily, we have Yahweh Shai to redeem us and, atone for these foolish sins that we've all made. Is there another? I think there's one more. But the point is, there's no difference between the holy and the profane. So, though we're not supposed to be friends of the world, we're supposed to come out of the world, right? What else? There's another point, or there's another scripture I wanted to get according to that. Yeah, 1 John. That's where we at. verse 2. And it's already highlighted. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in this world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And this is the spirit of the world.
You know this land was stolen from us, God gon' get it back in blood. Jeremiah
Wait,
51:20.
I see something different every time I look at this. I did not see Buddy right here in the far left corner with the gold sash on. Like, what difference does this look than in if you took away the sound and you took away the scriptures, it would not look any different than any other rap video that you see. And that is the point that I am going to continue to beat a dead horse on, is that we are supposed to be separate. Why you got a bulletproof vest on, my dude? Why? You have a responsibility. We have a responsibility. Once you wake up to being an Israelite, you ought to fear the name of Yahweh and do the things that are pleasing unto him, and to put off. I keep saying that, so let's go to Ephesians 4. We are supposed to put that off, that old man off. And again, I'm not coming down on these dudes. I don't know them. I'm just trying to, for some of us that are newer like myself, like, we need to know what spirit to be in. This is not a message that you want to push to a newer Israelite. If they see this, you're going to cause them to go astray. What did I say? Ephesians. I don't know why I was looking for Ezekiel. And I went too far. So let's get the... Now you can read 22 all the way to the end. Actually, I want... let's see. Ephesians 4:17. Yeah, so it's at 17, but literally you can read this thing all the way down. But the point is here. This I say, therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk in the Gentiles walk in the vanity of their mind, having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of Yahweh through the ignorance that is in them because of the blindness of their heart. Is that not a perfect example? Okay. If they are newer Israelites, that, ignorance means that you don't know something, right? So they're walking according to their own understanding. Being a newer Israelite, that's all they know. So, yeah, this is pretty much you walking in darkness. You're not only are you blinded, but you are blinding other Israelites, because they're gonna look at that and think that they can still hold on to that old man, and give Esau Edom that ammo that they need to come down. Now again, he's going to do it anyway. He's going to come in like a flood anyway. But why bring it upon yourself? It's unnecessary. So this. Well, we don't need to keep playing it. You see it. Verse 19. Who being past feeling have given themselves over to lasciviousness, to work all uncleanness with greediness. And eventually, okay, let's go. Let's keep on. But ye have not learned not so learned in Hamashiach. If so, be that ye have heard him and have been taught by him, and the truth is in Yahushai, that ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Right? So, and how does Yahushai talk to us? Through his servants, the prophets, through these videos you see from GMS and those who preach the like doctrine. And we're going to get... Let's get 1 Corinthians 1:27. And I believe that can, I think that'll do. Yeah. All right. So let's get 1 Corinthians 1:27. All right, so you see now, the hip hop spirit is supposed to be macho and tough, but Esau's changing that as we speak. So now your tough guys are now wearing jeans 3 sizes too small and dresses and effeminizing the Israelite man. But initial spirit, is of that tough guy,
You
that
know this land
rugged,
was stolen
right?
from us, God gon' get it back in blood. Jeremiah
We used to think,
51:20,
and
I'm
I used
loading
to
up
think
these
that
slugs.
this was
Every
tough,
time a
right?
crack and
But
killer stay sweep it
toughness
under
is
the
faith.
rug. We them Israelites and
Toughness
some of us
is
was tripping.
waiting
Some
on Yahushua. Toughness is having that faith, knowing that one day soon that you will get that spiritual power that you're looking for to do what you need to do according to the will of Yahweh outside. But until then, you are a sheep amongst wolves. You're wise as a serpent to avoid unnecessary things, but you're as harmless as a dove, right? Or you seem that way until Yahweh gives you that green light. But until then, all we are to do is to preach the gospel and to live by the laws the best as we can. What did I say? Verse 27. You can read that down to the end as well. But God hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and God hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. And to the unlearned eye, to the untrained person, to the quote unquote uninitiated, we look weak. If you think about it, we don't cause trouble, or you shouldn't cause trouble at your job, or, when you're going out and about, you do things that don't, cause the ministry not to be blamed. All right. You walk circumspectly, you walk according to the wisdom of the Holy Spirit that is gifted unto us. Right. And, pretty much you live a boring life. That's it. You don't go around looking for fights. You don't go around picking fights, right? You live, if it be possible, you live peaceable with all men. That's according to the scriptures. If thine adversary accuse thee, agree with him. Now that is going into things like when police say whatever, just that's not your job to fight with them. All right, so these are the things that we do, and it looks weak to the uninitiated, but those of us who have a true and proper understanding know that is where the true strength lies. Faith requires a strong heart, belief to do look, and we sound I get it. We sound crazy, but it's the truth. To tell them big black so-called black men are going to pierce the sky and what you call UFOs, that's who's operating them. They're going to come beam us up and save us and destroy this world and destroy the America. Doesn't that sound crazy to somebody? They would think you were bugged out. We're bugged out, right? So it takes some amount of strength to believe that wholeheartedly and walk and stand on it. That's why this scripture is so beautiful, because it encompasses a lot of things. Verse 28, a base things of the world, which are despised, hath God chosen, yea, and things which are not, to bring to naught things that are. That no flesh should glory in his presence, but of him are ye in Hamashiach Yahushai, who of God is made unto us wisdom and righteousness and sanctification and redemption. And we are redeemed through our big brother Yahushai, redeemed from failure after failure after failure, and captivity after captivity after captivity. The sacrifice and the law was given to the 12 tribes, and we were sacrificing, the sin offerings and all the many different things. And until the Lord got fed up, all right, because we was doing some premeditated transgressions. It was like, all right, I got 2 turtle doves on deck. I'm finna go, do something I shouldn't be doing. The Lord got fed up, and but thank the water Yahweh for your son Yahweh Shai. That was the ultimate and perfect, without blemish sacrifice, that we may believe and lean on him. Okay, so With that being said, you saw the video. I'm not going to keep playing. You can go look at it on your own. I believe that will conclude what I wanted to get. Yeah, I think that'll conclude it, man. So I hope you're edified, and remember, put off that old man. All right, shalom.